everybody, Jeff Siegel here with your levels log. I want to walk you through some of my insights, observations, reflections, all the different things that I've been experiencing while using the levels continuous blood glucose monitor. Wow, I know that is a mouthful. So what I want to talk about today is, how does levels compare to so many of the other different wearable devices that are out there on the market, right? Because if you're interested in using this thing, there's a good chance that you're also probably interested, if not already using, maybe some other device like an Apple Watch or an Oura Ring or a Whoop Band to track things like your steps, your sleep, right? And I'm a big fan, again, of tracking, of gathering data. But there's something about the Levels device and this app and program that actually sets it way apart from all of these other trackers. And that is because the Levels app really develops a certain type of curiosity and self-experimentation that these other apps just simply don't allow you to do. Right? So whether you're tracking your steps, maybe during the day you're a little bit curious, you're like, hey, I wonder how many steps I have, and you pull it up on your phone or your watch, and you're like, okay, oh, maybe I don't have as many steps as I'd like to have, so I'm gonna take a walk, right? So great, it nudged you towards being more active if that was your goal. But ultimately, the only thing it's measuring is like steps, and if you decided to go out for a walk, guess what? The number of steps you take, it goes up. It's not very exciting, right? There's a very clear, just you do this, and this number goes up. But the Levels app, right, because we're measuring blood sugar, and blood sugar is one of many different dynamic systems that is happening in your body right now, that it forces you to take a different sort of approach. It's not this simple one-to-one correlation because we're dealing with our bodies, we're dealing with a really complex system. So it starts with that curiosity of like, hey, I wonder what my blood sugar is right now. Is it 85, is it 105? And you can take your score. But then you ask the next question of like, well, what if I went for a walk? Would blood sugar go up or go down? What if I ate an apple? What if I ate a pretzel? Like, how would my blood sugar respond? And so then it puts us into this idea of self-experimentation, of trying to figure out, hey, if I do this, what's going on in my body? And that's very different than just getting up and going to try to get some more steps or trying to get to bed earlier, because it forces us to look a little bit deeper and a little bit more closely. And that builds our self-awareness, not just of behaviors externally, but how are we feeling, right? So if I decide to eat an apple, what does that do to my blood sugar? But also, how does it make me feel? How is my energy? How is my hunger? How are my cravings? And I think this piece of it is really what makes the Levels app so useful, is that it can help you build your self-awareness of how these different lifestyle behaviors are going to impact your body in really dynamic and unique ways. All right? And that over time, the more you can experiment, all right, the more you can learn. And then the more data you can collect, the better decisions that you can make. I find that for most people, the people that do really well, and well in the sense of like, they've developed a lifestyle that is supporting their health and their well-being, are the people that are willing to experiment and to be curious, all right, and to stay really attuned to how all of these little decisions are impacting not only their physical well-being, but their mental well-being. So I really like the Levels app because it takes us to that next place. Literally, it takes us to that next level of self-experimentation, self-investigation, self-awareness, of building some more wisdom about how we can better take care of ourselves. So that's my thought today about using the Levels blood glucose monitor. This is Jeff Siegel. Until next time, breathe, smile, right? And continue to experiment and build your awareness.